I'd like to call to order the Madison District Public Schools Board of Education regular meeting for, Tuesday, Monday, October 3rd. And I ask that you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mr. Rick Kirstich. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Sure. Mr. Breck?
Absent with notice.
Ms. Cole?
Here.
Mr. Honer?
Here.
Mr. Kirstich?
Here.
Mr. Marr? Mr. Morrison?
Here.
Mr. Pittman?
Here. Thank you. Public input is fundamental to the operation of Madison District Public Schools. Our public has an opportunity to speak at every Board of Education meeting. A period of time known as public comment is set aside at each meeting to give parents and other citizens a chance to speak directly to the board about school-related topics. Anyone who wishes to speak to the Board of Education must fill out a request form and give it to the Board Secretary, Ms. Gonzalez, before the meeting begins. Comments are limited to 3 minutes, and school employees will not use this form to discuss job-related topics. The Board of Education accepts comments made during public comment from anyone who follows these guidelines. Public comment is one of the many information sources that the board uses before making decisions in the best interest of the children who attend Madison District Public Schools. The board also works with the district staff to address citizens' questions and concerns.
We have one this evening.
Sure.
Ms. Carol Renker?
All right.
Sit at the table.
Hi. I live at 27335 Lorenz, and my issue is the school buses that are parked directly across the street from me on the grassy area. And I'd just like to know, what is the situation with those buses? Are they going to be permanently parked there? Because I noticed, like, during the week, bus number 2 is always parked there, and then on Friday nights, all 7 buses are parked there for the weekend. That's, like, been the pattern. But I notice now that they are not parked there because there's, like, a mud issue, and the grass is kind of tore up. So I don't know, like, what is going to be the, from
I
here
think the
on out.
desire is, I think the plan is that that's going to be the permanent location. That makes the most sense for us as a school district to have our buses back in that area.
Okay, can I ask you why? Because, there is a whole parking lot out on 11 Mile Road that makes more, the parking lot.
So-
Is there a reason why the buses aren't in the parking lot?
Well, I think probably one of the reasons is it's fenced in would be one of the best reasons.
Okay.
It's because when they can be in that fenced-in area, and we have cameras and security and things like that. So that for the most part of us taking care of the assets that we have,
Okay.
that's probably the best reason.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I have a few issues regarding the buses being parked there, and I'll go over them with you if you would give me the time to do so.
You'll have to ask.
Can I have the time to go over them with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, those buses are 90 feet away from my front door, okay? And there are some issues. There are health issues, environmental quality issues, air quality issues. They are in violation of the city noise ordinance and are also in violation of the city nuisance ordinance. And also safety issues are also involved. And I do have documentation on all this, emails and video and audio as well. If I can go into detail on each one of those, I will do so.
I think that it's probably going to be more conducive for us to have a meeting, and I'd be more than glad to do it at your convenience, and I'm sure Mr.
Okay,
Spector
that
as well.
would be great. That would be
So that we
good.
can all sit at a table
Yes,
and take the time to go through everything individually, because it sounds
okay,
like
that would be fine.
you've got your ducks in a row.
Yes, I do.
So
Yes, I do.
I'd like to be able to take the time to listen to every concern you have. And,
Yes, there are
at
many
least,
concerns.
And give it some options.
Okay.
So if
All
we
right.
could schedule something, I'd be more than glad to make myself available whenever you're available.
Okay,
Like I said, I'm sure.
So
Okay.
if we could have your You got name and number, email address on there as well? Okay.
No email,
So
just.
if I get your email address, or
Okay.
way to quickly get in contact with you.
Okay.
Even if it's not by phone, then we'll set something up really soon.
Okay, so you'll contact me?
I will in
Okay,
the next 24 hours.
all right, great. Okay, thank you very much.
Can we just, we'll add?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any further public comment?
No, that was all.
All right. Mr. Speck, would you like to take the floor?
All right, student of the month time. We're going to start with Madison Elementary. Mr. Giulio, your team. We're going to do it over here.
Over here, okay. We are honoring our kindergartners this time, so I have Miss Salford and Miss Gates, if you can come up. You can still read it back if you want. And you can,
Bring the families out.
families come up too. Well, right in there.
Okay, so this is Savannah Thomas, and she is a wonderful kindergarten student to have in my classroom. She's always eager to learn, she's always kind to the other students, she's always willing to help the other students when she can, and as you can tell, she's almost always smiling. If occasionally she does the wrong thing for a quick second, you just look at her and she's done and she's moved on to doing the right thing. And always wanting to learn, always working hard, always showing others what to do, walking down the hallway correctly, behaving in the lunchroom, behaving in all of her specials classes, everywhere she goes, and had the highest percentage of dojo points for August and September in my class. So congratulations, Savannah. We got grandma and grandpas.
Absolutely.
Here, I'll take it.
Kindergarten, we're always excited.
That's right.
It's a wonderful deal. Well, Dr.
Squeeze in a little bit more there.
There you go.
All right. Can we switch it to photo? To switch it to what? Photo. Oh, I'm videoing. That's lovely.
Show them that big Spanish smile.
This evening, I'm acknowledging Bo who is not here. Bo is a fairly serious little kindergarten student. And he measures what he says and does, and he is very, very thoughtful about it. And despite all that thoughtfulness, he's still very spontaneous, playful with his peers. Today, we went down to the library to take a computerized test. And that thoughtful Bo, he was on that computer for the longest time. And come on over here. You're the star of the hour. I was just bragging on you. I was telling them how thoughtful you are in what you say and do. And so we were down taking the computerized test, and he was on that computer for for the longest time, and his score reflects it. He just is he's a strong learner. You give him a goal and he is out to take it. And I don't know if he's willing to share with you this evening, but he has a killer smile. It will warm anybody's heart. Just not now. This is for you, Bo. Good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
All right, way to go. Good job.
Good job, buddy.
Wilkinson Middle School, Mr. Abdullahi. Come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Speckles. We have, good evening, everybody. We have one of two students here today, but I have Ms. Harp here who's going to share some things about the questions.
Okay, the first student of the month I'm going to talk about is Delilah Carpenter. She could not be here today, but I'm going to brag about her anyway. Delilah's a great addition to our math classroom community. She's the type of student that will not settle for anything less than her personal best. She works hard in class every single day and is determined to learn. When she's faced with a problem, she works hard at it until she can figure out the answer. Additionally, Delilah is polite, respectful, and friendly to both teachers and her peers. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for her, so congratulations to her. All right, and next student of the month is Thomas Youssef. Come on up, Thomas. All right. All right, Thomas is in my 8th grade math class. In the first month of school, Thomas has shown a desire to learn and succeed in 8th grade. In math class, Thomas is eager to solve problems and participate in every lesson. He always completes his homework on time, and he was the only student in the 8th grade to score over 100% on our very first quiz. Most importantly, Thomas always comes to class with a smile and a positive attitude. I look forward to teaching Thomas for the rest of the year. Come on, I said you come with a smile.
Good job, buddy.
Madison High School. Madison High School has a fabulous science department, teaches plenty of classes, and it has a fabulous science department because it has a fabulous department head. Miss Cawley.
All right. All right, Sandy is being honored with this award at the high school for her hard work, motivation. She has a very strong desire to succeed, and she continually strives to do her best in all of her classes, and you can really tell she has a passion for learning. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I interviewed all your teachers last week. So, her science teacher said she's very determined and focused in everything she does. Her English teacher says she's always looking to improve and challenge herself. And her art teacher said she's incredibly creative, and it drives her and inspires her fellow classmates. And all of her teachers agreed she really stands out. Her ability to assume responsibility can be counted on as a leader in class at all times. And besides academics alone, her upbeat personality and positive attitude truly make her a joy to have in the classroom. I had her last year. She was amazing. So merely in her sophomore year, Sammy's integrity and morale already show what a model student she is over at MHS. Congratulations.
male and a female student of the month at our school. So what I always do is very similar to what Ms. Cully does, is I interview all the teachers, excuse me, and get a compilation of their comments regarding each of our winners of the student of the month. So I'd first like to start with Haley Tussett-Myers, please. Come on up. So Haley is a new student to prep this year and has been a wonderful addition to our student body. She has impressed her teachers with her work ethic and her wonderful attitude. Haley's English teacher says that her writing shines in creative writing class. She's an absolute pleasure to have in class and brightens everyone's day with her positive attitude. Her math teacher says Haley works hard and does everything she can to excel in math class. She always has a positive attitude and is kind to others. Another teacher comments that it is great to see someone so concerned about their future. Haley is a diligent worker and a great role model for others. She always comes in prepared for class, works hard throughout the entire hour. She is always willing to help others. Congratulations, Haley. Did you guys want to come up? You sure? Come on. And our male student of the month is Martez Powell. Come on up. Martez is also new to prep this year and has been a wonderful addition to our school. His science teacher, Ms. Sayajan, says Martez is one of the most hardworking and most driven students she has ever had. He's already researched colleges to apply to and will be visiting and writing essays this week. He walks around my room helping all the students because he's trying to get extra credit every single day. He joined Science Club and is taking a leadership role among the students. Mr. Beasy, his math teacher, says that Martez is an excellent student who always works hard and is eager to learn. He enjoys helping others and is a positive influence in the classroom. His health teacher says that Martez is off to a wonderful start this year. He is always completing quality work and strives to get all A's. His English teacher comments that Martez has been a phenomenal addition to prep. His work ethic is second to none, and he is persistent in obtaining his goals. He always contributes regularly to our comic book club as well. Finally, his social studies teacher says that Martez has been a complete student in every way so far. He is engaged and very interested in doing the right things. He uses his time wisely, takes good notes, and follows through on every task to make sure that everything is done. Martez has been accepted by his peers and made an excellent transition to prep. Congratulations, Martez. Come on up. Am I in your way?
No.
So one of the things that we want to do within the school year is make sure that we're constantly sending out positive messages about what's happening within our school system, Certainly from a district-wide standpoint, we've got a lot of things going on our Facebook page, a lot of things going on with Twitter, a lot of things we're going to be rolling out here pretty soon. But probably the best way to get out some of the positive messages that are happening within the school system is when it happens really organically, when it happens by our teachers, when our parents start to say things. So I want to bring up our 5th grade teacher, Miss Snezik.
Yeah.
Got married, so it's a different name than what I was using. And she's gonna talk to you guys about something that we've been doing over at the elementary school. All teachers are on board. It happens at other places, middle school as well, but it's a really great way that our teachers get connected with our parents, and Caitlin has really been leading that. Caitlin, take that.
All right, thank you. So yeah, I'm here to talk about Class Dojo, which most of us were using last year, and just recently, within the last month or two, we've officially gone school-wide, so all of our teachers are now using this. So it's a website and an app that is a classroom management tool, and it really does a great job of encouraging a positive atmosphere in our classroom and in our school. And it's really excellent for parent communication as well. So this is kind of what it looks like. This is a demo class. I didn't want to show our whole class up here, but so this is what it looks like for us in the room every day. We have this up on the smart board. That's how most teachers use it, but it's really kind of something that you can use as you see fit. So students can earn points based on behavior, and each teacher that uses it really does their own thing with it. So I'm kind of going to talk about how I use it, but there's a million different things that you can do with it. So you can see up here that each student has like a little monster, and it's just an avatar basically. They can customize them if they want to, which is fun for them. And then this bubble shows how many points they have. Like I said, I just made this up, so this isn't a real thing, but it shows you all the features. So what I really like about Class Dojo is that it really focuses on the positive moments and lets you recognize them and lets parents see them. So this is a screenshot of the positive behaviors, and you can customize them, you can add them, and make them worth 0 to 5. And then the needs work behaviors, which are like they take away points. So those are also between 0 and 5. So you can make them for anything that you need to make them for. And that's really cool because parents can see specifically what their kids are doing while they're at school. One of, I think, the best features about Class Dojo is that you can talk with parents right through the app or through the website. And it is just kind of like a text message. This is a screenshot sample of what a message looks like. So if you have it on your phone, it comes right to your phone. That's really easy for parents. And we found that it is a lot less intimidating than calling a parent. If you call a parent, sometimes that is a little bit intimidating, and this is just very quick and easy. And a lot of parents prefer it and ask us, hey, if you're going to contact me, just send me a message. And they are very, very willing to communicate with us that way. This is a sample of a report that you can look at on Class Dojo. We call it the donut, but if you look at a specific student, I couldn't get it in a whole screenshot, so I'm going to show you the rest of it in a second. But you can look at a custom time frame. You can do today, you can do yesterday, you can do this week, you can do a month, you can do whatever time frame that you need to. And it shows you the percent positive and negative behavior that that particular child has for whatever time frame you put in. Parents can also see this as well. Down here, this is different than the previous page, but this is what you can see for each student. You can see that I did this at 4:20 in the afternoon, but normally it'll be, every few minutes, maybe once an hour, however often that particular teacher uses it, but parents can go on and see, oh, my student was on task at 9:30 this morning, and then maybe at 10:15 they needed a reminder to get back on task. So it's very cool for parents to be able to get live updates throughout the day. This is another really great feature of Class Dojo. There's something called Class Story and something called School Story, which are very similar to Facebook, but only people who are connected with a code from our school can see what is going on there. We can see which parents are viewing our posts and things like that, so it's very fun to be able to update to just Madison Elementary specifically. This is something that only I have access to because I'm the Class Dojo mentor of our school. So not all of our teachers can see this, but I took some screenshots of it. This information is just from this last week. So in the last week, we've had over 10,000 moments recognized, which means points given or taken. And so that is because our whole entire school is using it now. We have 595 parent views, which means on either Class Story, School Story, or the individual student's story, which I didn't put a sample up yet because we're still kind of feeling that out. It's a brand new feature. So you can see we have 29 teachers, over 500 students, and 378 parents, and we're seeing that number of parents that are connected grow each day, which is great. So like I said, we've just recently gone school-wide with Class Dojo, so we're still kind of working on those school-wide features, but what we're planning on doing is incorporating Class Dojo into our PBIS program. We have a monthly assembly where we recognize positive behavior. So what we're going to be doing is recognizing students in each class that have 90% positive behavior for the previous month. So we have our PBIS October assembly coming up soon, so students who had 90% positive behavior for September will be recognized. We're also, now that we have all of our teachers on board, we are working on doing something called Madison Moment of the Week, which is where we are going to be finding some kind of special positive moment to sort of document and post on our school story throughout the week. So it could be something special that's going on at our school, a student that had some kind of really great breakthrough, or just kind of, it'll be different every week. So that is the information that I have. I could go into a lot more detail than that. There's a lot of great features of it, but that's sort of an overview. So if anybody has any questions or anything I can answer.
Okay, just to kind of summarize, so if we were all in a class, and that corner was misbehaving,
Yeah.
over there, in real time, you could let their folks
Parents
know
know.
that
Yeah.
they lost a point.
Yep.
And let's say maybe this corner
Yeah.
was being positive.
Yes.
I'm on the good side.
Yeah.
And you can, I mean, the part of it is the, I think one of the neatest stats that you put up there was that almost 11,000 engagements.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I mean, that
And-
part is pretty cool.
And so how it works, I know Mr. Speck has seen it because he's been in and out of classrooms all the time. But we'll have that first screenshot that I showed, that'll be kind of displayed on our screen all day. At least that's how I use it and how my co-teachers use it. And that's how I know most teachers use it. And so we'll even, because we don't sit at our desks, we are on the move all the time, we have it on our phone. And if we give a student a point from our phone, it dings over our speakers and updates like live on the board. So if I'm standing at the back of the room and I give students points that I'm working with back there, I don't have to walk all the way over to my computer and do that. I can just kind of do it on my phone as I go. We do it in the hallway. So it's pretty cool. And then the noises are cool too, because there's a different one for the positive behaviors, the negative behaviors, and then the warning, which are 0 points. Those are like somewhere in the middle. It's not really a ding, and it's not really a whatever the negative noise is either. So we've seen a lot of really, really great things happening since we all started using it. So.
I
And
think it's,
I didn't mean to generalize that.
No, I know that. It goes without saying.
I think the
What is that,
dashboard
Michelle?
is interesting, and I can see how it would encourage the children throughout the day. Do you
Yeah.
find that is a time burden to keep it updated, or is it just flow pretty easily?
We've just sort of incorporated it into our routine. There are times that I go an hour without using it. Sometimes I go 3 hours without using it. Sometimes I use it a ton within an hour. It just depends on what we're doing in the classroom and how much time I have to be able to just, it's very quick. But yeah, we kind of go in spurts with it throughout the day where we're using it a ton and then we take a break because we're doing different things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So for the parents to get involved, they need either a smartphone or a computer.
Yep, smartphone, computer, tablet. I know in 5th grade, we're doing something a little bit different this year. All 3 of us are seeing all 3 classes, so we have all of our kids in one class. So out of the entire 5th grade, we have about 92% of our parents are connected. And so that's a pretty big accomplishment because last year it was probably in the 85% of our parents. So yeah, they get a certain code that connects them to just their students. They can only see their students' information, and then they can also see like class story and school story. But as far as like the behavior information, the reports, you can only see your own child, and you have to have a certain code that I have to print and give to them.
Oh, you mean I can't track bad Bill's behavior down?
No.
Good thing.
We're really concerned about you.
Right, I know, this corner.
Sounds like it.
I think they want you to get on class.
So, like, the higher the grade probably, the more parents are involved, is that what you're saying? Because I think maybe like the kids get cell phones as they get older maybe, so maybe their parents have more, better ways to connect with them than the younger kids probably don't have cell phones.
Well, I was talking to Danielle Selfridge, who was here earlier, and she teaches kindergarten, and she told me that she has all but 3 parents connected right now. So I think almost all of our parents have a smartphone, and if they don't, they have a tablet. I know I have one parent that I talk to all the time. She doesn't have a smartphone, but she has a tablet. So she just lets me know that she can only talk to me when she's at home. But yeah, I think that it's pretty much across the board. Students can create their own accounts too. So as far as our student accounts go, where they can like customize their avatar and fun things like that, we see a lot more in like 3rd through 5th grade because most of those kids have a tablet or a smartphone or access to the computer at home. So
I just don't know why a parent wouldn't, this sounds great.
yeah,
But maybe some parents have more than one child, so they only need, count once, right?
right,
So,
yeah.
I think it's a great thing because I know that parental involvement a lot of times is non-existent.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of times when there's a problem, all of a sudden we go in and are puffing our chest out and my kid doesn't do this and my kid doesn't do that. Or this would actually kind of, there's no denying.
Yeah.
You check it every day.
And I've often found that parents will send me a message throughout the day, like if they see that their child lost points for being disrespectful or whatever it is, they'll send me a message and say, I'm so sorry that they did that, and I will talk to them about it as soon as they get home. So we've had really great support from parents with it. I haven't had any problems with parents as far as Class Dojo, and I haven't heard of any, so it's working out pretty well.
Anybody else?
Impressive.
Does it track their behavior for the entire year? So-
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, and they stay in our school directory, so students who are in 3rd grade this year keep the same account, and then their teacher just, for next year, when they get their class list, will just pull all of those students that they have on their list from the school directory, so they keep their same account, parents keep their same account. So if they're using it from kindergarten all the way up through 5th grade, they never have to re-sign up or anything like that, so it's very easy.
That sounds convenient. Yeah, that's very good.
Anyone else? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good job.
Anything further, Mr. Speck? All right, we can move into the regular meeting working agenda and start with the approval of the regular minutes. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the minutes from the regular meeting on Tuesday, September 6, 2016, and the special meeting on Monday, September 26, 2016, as reviewed. Can we get a motion to approve the minutes, please?
Mr. President,
Mr. Christie?
motion to approve both meeting minutes.
Thank you. And support, please.
Support.
And discussion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Move into human resources on the personnel list. Everyone has a copy, is my assumption. It is recommended that the Board of Education accept the personnel report for Madison District Public Schools as it is presented. Could I get a motion to accept the personnel report, please?
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Horner, thank you. Support?
I'll support.
Mr. Pittman, thank you. On discussion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. The Business Office, the approval of the monthly expenditures for September 2016. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the monthly expenditures totaling $1,563,259.05. That's $1,563,259.05. Get a motion to approve the check registry, please.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Honor, thank you. Support, please.
Support.
Ms. Cole, thank you. Discussion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. We were at officers and committee reports. Youth assistance, Mr. Honor?
The last meeting we had, really wasn't much going on, but she wants to set up at a regular meeting where she can come in and kind of explain to the board what exactly the youth assistance does. Either November or December, so I'll leave that up to you, Randy. and you can-
Parks and Rec update?
The last two meetings have been canceled, but I did talk to him about the picnic tables. And Mr. Hernovich, I'm sure you'll be getting a call from them about they'd like to do that again with the trades program.
Wonderful. Anything else? Mr. Pittman, District Historian.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm very proud to announce that our team, as we discussed probably about a year ago, we started discussing a wall of fame for the high school. And on November 3rd, we will be inducting our first, call it our first class into the wall of fame. The first four inductees will be Mr. Doug McLean, who is a retired Madison Heights Police Department police officer and a longtime school board member right on this very board. Also, Mr. Mike Linville, who was killed in Vietnam. The Linville family goes back as far as any family here in Madison Heights. His father was actually, is still actually police officer with badge number 1 in the city of Madison Heights. We have Chris McCracken, who is a retired Madison Heights Fire Department fire marshal, and Miss Christy Berger, who was a Madison graduate, as the other three are, and She's a former teacher here at the high school, or at the middle school, and, you know, we lost her way too soon, and many contributions to our district through her short life. Everyone's invited to the celebration. We're going to have a little social gathering starting at 6 o'clock on November 3rd with a ceremony that will begin at 7 o'clock in the auditorium at the high school.
Thank you very much. Community Roundtable, Mr. Speck.
I was out of town for the last one, but I know the one in October. Typically, whenever there's an election, the one in October is a meet the candidate type forum. So whenever we have more information about that, we'll send it out to the community, and I'm sure candidates you might be seeing something.
Terrific. Board comments. Want to start us off, Mr. Marr?
Thanks everybody for showing up. Congratulations to the Student of the Month.
Thank you. Mr. Kirstich?
Great meeting. Congratulations to the students of the month. Excellent presentation on the class dojo. That's pretty cool. Very cool by Ms. Snizek. And Snizek, sorry. Great job. And the Wall of Fame ceremonies. Looking forward to that. That'll be before our next board meeting, so hopefully we'll all can show up for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Ms. Cole?
Thanks everyone for coming. Congratulations to all the students of the month. I'm really excited about this Wall of Fame bill. That's great. I know that must have been hard finding your first class to pick.
Yeah, put a lot into it.
Mr. Pittman?
I'd like to start by thanking Mrs. Robin Kokenauer and the Wilkinson PTO for the Meet the Candidates forum that we had last week, and I'd like everyone to know, without sounding too much like I'm sitting here campaigning, that there is another Meet the Candidates forum on October 27th at 7 o'clock at Madison Elementary, and everyone's invited. I know a lot of people like to talk about what's going on in our district and can't always make our actual school board meetings. It's a chance to come out and get some questions answered and get some good, truthful information.
Thank you. Mr. Owner?
I'd like to agree with Mr. Pittman about this upcoming talk to candidates, whatever you want to call it. People can actually have the opportunity to ask specific questions. You don't know if you don't ask. And you need to, if you're going to vote for the school board, you need to know who's who and what's what. And I don't want people going in there and just, I like informed voters to, if you're not going to be informed, don't vote on the school board. Thanks to the students of the month. Thank you. That was an excellent presentation, and I'm good.
Thank you very much. For myself, I want to echo everybody else. Congratulations, students of the month. Congratulations to our first inductees into our Wall of Fame. I'm sure it's Madison has a long history, so it's going to be a big wall. A lot of deserved people out there, a lot of accomplished people, so I'm excited about it. Looking forward to it. Thank you for the presentation. I think this is great. I have two grandsons who go to a different district, and one in first grade, one in third, and my son couldn't live without class dojo, so I know that. So I appreciate that. Thank you. It's great. I'm glad that we're utilizing it. And thank you all for coming out to the Meet the Candidate Forum. I hope to see you all at the next one. Be informed. When you vote, be informed. That's all I ask. I know that I was grocery shopping and someone stopped me in the parking lot and asked me, are you Al Morrison? I didn't know. Should I duck? Should I? So she watches the board meetings on cable. So I appreciate that. So come out, be informed. I mean, your best weapon before you use this weapon is an education. So please be informed about who you're voting for. So on that note, before we break, we do need to go into an executive closed session. So could I get a motion to go into the executive closed session for personnel, please?
Mr. President,
Mr. Pittman.
I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive closed session for personnel discussion.
Thank you. And support, please.
Support.
Mr. Kirstich. Discussion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And we'll break for executive closed session at 7:50.